Parts of Northern California and Nevada are under a state of emergency as the WILDFIRE approaches South Lake Tahoe. This is early morning video of the fire reaching Echo Summit about 11 miles south of South Lake Tahoe.
What is up, guys? 70 Savage here, coming at you from this house I bought about a month ago that may or may not burn down in the next few hours. So basically, a few minutes ago, I was working on a super cool project for the van, and now this might be the last time we're here. This is what the hood of the van looks like. Massive pieces of ash. Howdy.
It's under mandatory evacuation.
Yeah, I'm planning on leaving. How much time do we have?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I can't give you time, but it's under mandatory evacuation.
Christ. What the hell? On the right side, at least we got our little home on wheels here. We're actually full on batteries and we got a half tank of water, so we are pretty chilling on that front. Literally 30 minutes ago, there was everything just scattered out here. This was completely under construction. By the way, if you know where this is, do not come rob me because I have ridiculously good security and you will have a lot of footage on you. All right, let's take one last pass through the house here. Make sure that we got everything we actually care about. Should probably turn the lights off, save a little electricity in case we do come back. Work and gaming setup. It was dope. Maybe I should take the air purifier. It's a little big. Dang, my super fancy dining room table. This thing was sick, yo. Got the plus nuts, you already know how it is. Yo, these showers were sick though. Alrighty, let's head out. Oh, what do you know? Still had mail in the mailbox. I'm actually gonna leave it. Other thing on my mind I'm trying to figure out is where the heck do I even go? Only friends that I really know around here are currently in Italy. Looks like it's about 3:47 a.m. there. Really don't want to drive like a really long distance right now. Like, ideally, I want to come back here tomorrow morning and keep working on the van. I think the strategy right now is I'm going to kind of just drive around the lake, hopefully find a camp spot. Little view of the lake here. Not too bad. Smoke's not nearly as bad out here. Alrighty, so there's a campsite that we're rolling up on here. Well, that is a rip in the chat. I'm gonna have to find a different place to go. Yeah, having a little bit of trouble about thinking on where to go next. Oh, what's this I see? In a Safeway parking lot here. There's a couple of RVs parked that are obviously staying there because their slide outs are out and stuff. So I'm gonna assume some territory here. Dope. I think you'd have to be a real asshole to come kick the people staying in the parking lot out tonight for likely cause of evacuation. Clear sky? Not clear sky. Shout out to Sierra Subs, still open. Got ourselves a Sando, baby. Little snackies for later. We did not forget the critical element of camping. Got ourselves a little meal here, not too bad. Big old honkin' sub. This ain't too bad, y'all. By the way, check out the ceiling. Shout out if you watched that video that dropped today. So our battery is at 93%, and with the current draw, it's estimating we have 10 days left. Money well spent on that massive battery bank that you guys might have seen back there. So one thing, when the cops came by, I already downed a couple of these bad boys. Thankfully, was only on about number 2. Wonder what would have happened if I had been 6 deep. Cop rolls up and have to negotiate your way through that one. Honestly, I'm feeling pretty darn blessed right now. This is about as luxurious as I could hope for being evacuated. Ooh, little foam roll action after a long day. Oh man, it's like straight up Rice Krispies. Keeping things pretty low key tonight, watching a couple YouTube videos and gonna finish the Queen's Gambit actually. I don't know if y'all have seen that, but I'm thoroughly enjoying that show. After that, we're going to bed. So, see you guys in the morning. Good morning, guys. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day today. I did not sleep the best last night. There happens to be a road right there with many, many loud cars going by. So, that kept me up for the most part. I woke up to the smell of smoke. I do have a little bit of a sore throat, but, not too bad. Well, It is pretty smoky. Oh man, look at this mane. I need a freaking haircut. Van is looking quite nice this morning. Apparently there's a good breakfast place right in this little strip mall here. Nope, nobody in there. Looks like we did gather a few more RVs throughout the night though. There is some news on the Caldor fire as well. Looks like the winds continued to be high and the fire moved closer to my house. It's now actually a little bit concerningly close.
This was like a wall of flames about 20-30 minutes ago. Now it's burned out. You see a few little flames here and there, and see these guys? They're watching to make sure that there's no embers that are going over into the homes.
I think part of the reason I've been so chill this whole time is because I was like, there's no way, but it's definitely moving. I could use some comfort food right now. Let's get on the road. Even all the way over here at Zephyr Cove, there's a pretty insane amount of smoke. So that right there on the left is Lake Tahoe. Probably couldn't tell, could you? This is what it looks like coming down over Nevada. Kind of a crazy shot there, coming over the hill. Thought I was coming down here to avoid the smoke. Doesn't look like that's gonna be the case. Let's go, LA Bakery. Let's go. So that was pretty good. Now we got to figure out what we are going to do. Definitely not going to be returning home anytime soon, for sure not today. So we got to figure out how we're going to make the best use of our time. It is Monday today, but I'm not working. I'm currently in between jobs. I start a brand new job next Monday. So I guess the timing was pretty good. There's not a lot of stress right now for me to actually be doing anything. That being said, I am making this YouTube video. We're gonna start off by going to my uncle's shop here in Carson City, Nevada, to fill up my freshwater tanks. And then we have ourselves a little adventure planned. Shout out to my Uncle Marcus, who owns this Capital Automotive. If you guys are in Carson City, he does awesome work. And if you're nice, he might let you fill your freshwater tank like he just did for me. So step number one of the mission is done. We got ourselves water. We should be good for at least a week. So basically, I've decided to turn this into an opportunistic camping trip. Guess we could call this the first trip in the van. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a drive here to pick up some toys, and then we're gonna go find ourselves a camp spot. So I'm on North Lake now on my way back to Sacramento, and there's almost no smoke here. Give you guys a little hint as to where I'm at right now. So this right here pretty much sums up why I don't have a girlfriend. I've been seeing this thing pop up on my YouTube feed for a couple of years now and really been wanting one. Now that I have a few days of nothing to do, I think this is a good way to fill the time. It's also a great way to empty the bank account. So the plan now is to head back up to the Tahoe area and find somewhere to go camping so that we can use our new toy. By the way, 82 bucks for about 3/4 of a tank. So this right here is Washoe State Park. This is where we're intending to camp tonight. Hopefully there's a spot. If I had to guess, I'd say that lake's like 8 feet deep. Nice thing though is it's not smoky. Yes, the final open camp spot in this entire place. Let's go. I think I'm gonna back in because it's pretty nice out here. We have touched down. Let me give you guys a little look at the old surroundings here. Not too shabby, if you ask me. Washoe Lake is right over that way, and it's pretty quiet. This is what our little campsite looks like. This is worthy to come to if you're not being evacuated. It's honestly so quiet. Don't know if we're gonna be able to use our new toy. One thing that I really wish I had right now was a roof deck on top of the van so that I could chill up there. It's like the perfect temperature to do so. All right, so I decided I don't want to immediately become public enemy number one of this campsite. So tonight we are just gonna start with this little guy. How sick is this thing? It's a little mini truck. Dang. While we charge this little buddy up, gonna make ourselves a little meal. My favorite cooking device of all time. A microwave. Actually, never mind. I totally forgot we had a second half of the sandwich from last night. Rest well, sweet prince. It's getting dark quick, but look at how dang beautiful this is. It's probably too dark for you guys to see, but look at this thing. It's got straight up headlights on it, dude. How cool is that? It's been a long, sweaty day of driving. Time to take a shower. Thankfully, we do have hot showers in the van here. Pretty freaking luxurious. All we gotta do for the hot showers is turn our inverter on. Wow, this is really hard to do in reverse. The inverter takes the power from the batteries, which is 12 volt DC power, and turns it into 120 volt AC power, the same stuff that you get at home in your outlets. Now that that's on, I have my water heater on a timer switch so that I don't leave it on indefinitely. It takes a ton of power. We just turn it to 20 minutes. That'll give us a nice hot shower. Right now everybody can see me in here topless, and nobody wants to see that, so I'm gonna put my window covers up. All right, window covers are up. So the shower works pretty similar to a normal shower. We have our shower head and a little tiny hot and cold mixer. This is what it looks like when I stand in the shower. So it is not the most luxurious shower. There's enough room to get the job done, get nice and clean, and don't have to go to sleep all smelly. All right, shower is done. Perfect time to remember that I completely forgot to bring a towel. So we're using shop rags to dry off tonight. That wasn't too terrible. I'm mostly dry. I did not wash my hair, by the way. I have yet to wash my hair in this shower. I haven't stayed in here long enough to warrant a hair wash yet. I'm one of those like twice a week hair washers. I don't know if that's gross, but every time people touch my hair, they say it's soft. All right, so as far as the night goes, that's pretty much all there is to it. I'm just gonna chill, drink a couple of seltzers, and watch some YouTube. That sums it up for night number 2. See y'all tomorrow in day 3. So I was gonna go to bed, but my parents called and we started talking about the fire, and I looked at the map. 2 days ago, the fire was 10 miles away from my house. Today, the fire is a mile away. It's straight up, like right next to my house on Google Maps. Not the best moment. I have decent insurance, but the insurance covers that house on that property. The property was worth 90% of the value. And if 90% of the value is burnt, you know, where does that leave me? Good morning. We are now on day 3 of the evacuation. I ended up staying up really late last night. There's a lot of unclear news as to like how my particular neighborhood is doing. Let's go ahead and open up the Simply Safe app and look at the footage from my security cameras. Good news is, according to the security cameras, there are not flames at the house, which makes me happy. It's also very surprising. I already feel super lucky. I'm continuing to just send good vibes to those firefighters. I mean, holy crap, that looks like a lot of work. And there's like 3,300 firefighters on this fight right now. That is a better view of what the smoke looks like today. It's already starting to get pretty hot outside, which means it's even hotter in the van. Not really sure what I'm gonna do today, so let's figure that out. All right, well, it is hot and it is smoky here, so I am gonna drive north to Reno to try and find some breakfast. It's about 30 minutes. Apparently the air is a lot better there. And we are out of here. Let's go. Little California crepe. It was so good, I literally got a second one. All right, we just ate way too many crepes for our own good, but there's a Costco in the same parking lot here, so I'm gonna go stock up on a couple of small things. Hey, look at this home. We parallel parked the RV. What a freaking baller. Got the essentials, forgot my mouse, bath towel, which I didn't plan on getting going in, but I'm glad I saw this, then the floss. Now we are heading to our night number 3 campsite. It's really tough to find anywhere to camp right now because all of the national parks in California are closed, I think, at least all of the ones in Northern California. So that eliminates everything on the California side. So I'm going to a place that's called Topaz Lake. It's right on the border of California and Nevada, but it's technically in Nevada and Gardnerville. It's an hour and 8 minutes away right now, so we're cruising down there. Not super encouraging that we're heading towards the campsite and it's only looking more and more like the apocalypse. Oh, first blue sky I've seen all day. Another 3/4 of a tank of diesel, but this time in rural Nevada, only about 80 bucks. Also running low on DEF, So all we gotta do is unscrew this cap here. Dang, we literally used this whole bottle and the depth meter was only about halfway empty. Our first little view of Topaz Lake here. We've officially made it. We gotta find campsite number 16. Here we are. All right, so night number 3. We are staying out here at Topaz Lake Campground. We got blue skies this way. The second we turn back towards Tahoe, pretty evident where the fire is coming from. All right, so we're gonna post up. So even though it's super windy outside, it's nice. These windows have a venting option where you can kind of leave them just barely cracked and they're very secured. This campsite's a little bit more dispersed. Time to pull out the big boy. We're definitely gonna need to take a second here to just appreciate how flippin' massive this thing is. It takes up like the entire entryway of my van. The shocks are literally the size of the shocks that I had on my first mountain bike. Here we go. This thing is legit so much fun. I feel like a child again. All right, little medium-sized rock action. It's low-key dangerous. It's actually pretty nice up here. Yeah. Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking right now? Didn't sound too good, but it definitely landed it. I was also definitely like a tenth of the speed I could have gone off that thing. Gotta have a little bit more fun before we start breaking things. First run complete, 0 damage done, 100% worth the money. Not too shabby of a way to spend the afternoon here.
South Lake Tahoe is still in complete shutdown. The only people really here are in uniform, and this fire is finally more than 30% contained, but fire officials estimate it may take until mid-September for full containment.
The news on the house is looking much better than it did last night. Really hope that this keeps up. Sounds like if we make it through tonight, the winds are gonna die down tomorrow, and fingers crossed. So first, public emptying of the pee jug. Let's see how this goes. I don't really know what the culture around emptying your pee at an RV park is. I literally just poured it into the urinal. I'm gonna save you guys the grossness of actually looking at how that worked. There was somebody in there when I was emptying it and it didn't say anything. Getting kind of hungry. Time to cook ourselves up a little bit of pizza pocket action. Inverter on, food in. Let her rumble. Done. Ooh, ooh, very hot. Yum. Alrighty, time for a little hot shower. Y'all already know how this goes. All right, so having a towel, highly recommend it. First time washing the hair in the van. Went pretty well, although I did the most dude thing ever and used body wash on the hair because that's all I had. One soap for the body, one soap for the hair, one soap to wash the car, and the same soap to wash the dishes. And the most non-dude thing, I actually have one of these Mason Pearson brushes. It's like one of the first things I got when I started getting long hair. These things are ridiculously expensive, but they're literally a game changer. So we've been sleeping on a little 2-inch foam pad. We're finally getting a little air mattress underneath it, so tonight should be... I'm making another box of pizza pockets, and I'm going to hit the hay. Nutty night. Good morning, y'all. It is day 4. Couple different parts of good news here. Part number 1, the fire is headed away from the direction of my house. The winds seem to have changed, and I got so flippin' lucky. I mean, the fire went basically right up against my neighborhood. The house seems to be way less of a threat than it was yesterday. Good news part 2. Blue skies, baby. I think we're gonna stay put here at Topaz Lake. But other than that, I'm gonna start editing this video. I'm gonna get caught up on the bills that I need to pay, and yeah. Just grabbed a burger at the local trailer park, only a couple of minutes away. Surprisingly, it was actually pretty good. Iggy and Squiggies, baby. I kind of am in the mood to go exploring. Off to the right there is where our campsite is. And apparently the road keeps going. So at this point, we're kind of just driving up a mountain. I don't really know what's actually up here. Definitely got the van a little dusty. Kind of like the look. It actually makes me feel like I'm using all this crap that I put on it. Morning, y'all. It is now day 5, believe it or not. And I'm getting a little bit ready to move on. So we are gonna go to a different camping location. Before that, we're gonna get some breakfast at the nearby casino restaurant. It doesn't have good reviews on Yelp, but if you do stay at Topaz Lake, the little coffee shop at the casino, I think it's actually pretty good. Little breakfast burrito action. All right, so that's the highway. And this is where we're headed. To me, this looks like fun. What are we in for? This is the part right here that would make it impossible for RVs. There's just a lot of big bedded rocks. Kind of nice out here. All right, this part gets a little sketch. I think we're just gonna go for it though. I wish I had brought my mount for the windshield so that I could show you guys, but I think I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. Yeah, we're kind of mobbing up this. I gotta tell you guys something, off-roading in the Sprinter van is so much fun. I think that 30 minutes was the most fun I've had this entire trip. Not that it was anything that crazy, but it's just so much fun being able to wheel an entire comfortable home all the way out to a place like this. I did not see a single other person in any of the other campsites here. This is pretty freaking rural. Alrighty, time for some fun. We got ourselves a nice little shrine here. Hopefully this isn't what happens to me. Believe it or not, one of the 3 things that I brought with me when I evacuated is this quadcopter here. This is one of those like super high speed FPV drones. What that means is you put these goggles on, you can see where the drone is flying through this little camera right here, and it goes really, really fast. I think it goes like almost 150 miles an hour. I love bringing this thing on van trips because not only is it fun, but it's also a really good way to kind of scope out the lay of the land that you're at. It obviously didn't make sense to use this when I was at actual campgrounds previously, but with this campground that's extremely dispersed and also borderline sketchy, it's nice to kind of know where things are at. All right, so I finished exploring with the drone and I had a little bit left on the pack. I saw a really tall mountain and thought, wow, it'd be really fun to mountain dive that thing. If you guys don't know what that is, it's like you just dive down the face of the mountain and kind of follow it as you're going. Well, that was cool for about 7 seconds until I completely lost image transmission to my goggles, and now the drone is potentially gone forever. It's about a mile out in the Nevada dirt. I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Not hopeful. It was like a $700 drone that I literally had to solder and build myself, so I'd be bummed if I lose it, but lesson learned, don't get a mountain between you and your drone. Search and rescue team, mission find drone, en route. All right, so we were way back there when we were parked, and the drone is way down there. I don't know how steep this looks on camera, but in real life, it looks pretty steep. Not to mention this is like prime rattlesnake territory. It's looking like we might have to say goodbye to Mr. Drone. Slap subscribe so I can buy another one. Am I a good actor? Did that get you guys? Hitting a little desert gaming sesh with the boys here. Sheesh. Alrighty, so it's getting pretty smoky. So I'm driving back up to Carson City to my uncle's house. I'm gonna stay at his place, or like parked outside of his place tonight. And this is actually my Uncle Marcus's van. He's got a pretty dope E350. It's a work van, right?
That's right. Yeah.
But he also camps and mountain bikes in it. Look at this thing, this thing's sick. This is what I need, the freaking roof deck. Dang, a little mountain bike action. Got the single shock, huh?
Yep, I got the lefty. All kinds of tools. This is kind of like my bike toolkit. Kind of want to always have this stuff with me.
You have an insane sound system in here, huh?
Yeah, because it's like the only place I can really crank music, you know?
Right.
So.
When we went mountain biking, I just remember him pumping the music in here and it sounded so good. We were like so amped to go. Sweet! Morning, y'all. Day number 6. Still parked out in front of the uncle's place, and the fire is looking about the same as it has for the last couple of days. It's pretty funny to me how your mental priorities change. When the fire was completely out of control, all I could think about was please save the house. And now that the fire is relatively under control, all I can think about is I want to go back home. Van trip's been awesome. I've been really enjoying this, but it was a very unprepared van trip, right? Like I barely have any clothes. All I have are the socks that I don't like. We're not going to be going home today or tomorrow. Maybe Sunday if we're lucky. All right, so I wasn't planning on filming this, but this place is so much fun to drive. Oh my god. Alrighty, so it is now day 6. I am still out front of my uncle's house here, and they've been super kind. They've been taking care of me, which has been really nice. Fire's like 39% contained. The only problem they're having now are the looters who have kind of hung out and have waited until now to go rob people's houses.
Looting arrests made in South Lake Tahoe while patrolling streets evacuated for the Caldor fire. Deputies spotted 2 men near 2 different homes within minutes of each other. They recovered several items that were believed to have been stolen.
But I do have that really good security system, so I'm not super worried about it. Apparently back in the day, when you had fire looters, it was just like a no questions asked policy and you'd just get shot, which I don't think would fly nowadays. Updates are less and less because I'm doing less and less stuff. I'm just super tired at this point and just kind of hanging out, and hopefully we can go home soon. Guess where I am? I wimped out on the van thing. I'm in a hotel now. I definitely feel like I'm betraying the van community by doing this. I do have my justifications. I start that new job on Tuesday, today's Saturday, and I am exhausted right now. So yeah, I'm at a hotel to try and get some energy back before I start that super high pressure job. Good thing is this is a pretty good baseline for like how exhausting it was spending 6 days in the van while it was like halfway built. So when it's fully built, I'm gonna try this again and we'll see if I prefer the van over a hotel. Day 7, officially been a week since we've been evacuated, and I'm still at the hotel. No plans to change that. So it is day 8 today. Almost all of the individual towns around where I live are not mandatorily evacuated, if that's a word, but we are still under mandatory evacuation. And today's Monday, Labor Day. Tomorrow, Tuesday, is the first day of the new job, so I'm gonna get to bed nice and early tonight and wake up nice and early tomorrow. Day number 9 is completed. We finished the first day on the job. It was very tiring, but also very good. I'm getting pretty good vibes so far. It's only about 6:30 p.m. right now. I think I'm literally about to go to bed. Day 10. Please let me go home. I am so freaking stoked, guys. We just got the message that we can finally go back home. Holy crap. It's only 1 p.m. I already paid for this hotel and I'm getting the flip out of here. Look at this mess. We're coming for you, big dog. Boom. That's how you pack in a jiffy. Yes, 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 yes. Some of y'all are probably saying, well, you stayed in a hotel. Couldn't have been that bad. There's totally something to be said for like when you're not allowed to go home versus when you're choosing to leave your home. First shot of the old lake. Hey look, it's the parking lot that we stayed in on night number 1. No flipping way, y'all. I am stoking out of my mind right now. I cannot believe it. We made it home. There was genuinely a point of time there when I didn't think we were coming back. Bed's looking nice and cozy. Matter of fact, give it a little, oh God. Oh, that's so much comfort in the hotel. So after a little bit of scoping around, there's not a single burnt section within like the vicinity of my house. I thought there would definitely be some sort of like spottage in here where little spot fires came and burned. And I guess now that we're here, that kind of sums up this trip. A little bit longer than I was expecting, but I could not be happier to actually be back in my own house. In total, the trip was 11 days. We did 6 of them in the van, the rest of them at the hotel. And besides that, I don't really have much else to say. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Only the true Savage fans make it this far. And if you're not yet subscribed, then freaking slap that sub button. What the heck are you doing? Now that we're back home, we're gonna get back onto the van building grind. And when that thing is done, I want to take many more trips in it, do a lot more off-roading, hopefully. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.